I hadn't meant to see it. But life doesn't always care about what's meant to happen. It was a Tuesday night, one of those evenings that blends into the hundreds before it. TV buzzing low in the living room, dishes stacked in the sink, silence lying heavy where laughter used to be. Anna had left her phone on the nightstand, face up while she showered. Steam drifted under the door, and I could hear her humming a tune I didn't know. Then the screen lit up. The words on that preview line sliced me open. So, same hotel tomorrow night? Can't wait to see you again. For a moment, I just froze, waiting for the world to make sense again. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe the message was for someone else. A prank. Something explainable. But before I could gather myself, another message appeared. I'll bring the wine this time. Just bring yourself. My chest constricted. My throat felt like sand. I'd never gone through her phone before, not once. I never needed to. Trust had always been the cornerstone of our marriage, or at least I thought it was. My hand trembled as I picked up the phone and opened the thread. There it was. Weeks of exchanges, plans, excuses, nights she had told me were work deadlines, sudden errands, evenings with friends. Lies neatly dressed up as everyday life. The name wasn't familiar, but the tone left no doubt. She wasn't just playing around with words. She was arranging nights, orchestrating secrecy, and tomorrow was supposed to be one of them. When she stepped out of the bathroom, wrapped in her robe, smiling, smelling faintly of lavender soap, the same scent I'd fallen asleep next to for years, I felt sick. My stomach turned as I thought. Tomorrow, she'll smell like him. I didn't confront her that night. I let her sit beside me on the couch, her head resting lightly against my shoulder. Her phone now clutched protectively in her hand. I made some half-hearted joke, and her laugh, so light, so familiar, cut into me like a blade. I knew now that laugh was hollow. I didn't sleep. I lay next to her in the dark, staring at the ceiling while every memory reared itself with venom. Every late night, every turn back in bed, every excuse. Suddenly, it all had weight. I thought of the vows we had spoken once with conviction, for better for worse, and wondered what they meant to her now. By morning, I knew I wouldn't shout. I wouldn't collapse. I would stop her cold. That Wednesday evening, she came home later than usual. Too much makeup, perfume, heavier than normal. She smiled when she saw me at the stove, but I caught the flicker in her eyes. The hesitation of someone who already had one foot out the door. "Smells good," she said, setting her purse down. "I thought we could have dinner together tonight." I answered evenly, holding myself steady. It's been a while since it was just us. I saw it, her mind worry, building an excuse. "Actually," she began softly, "I might have to step out later. Sarah from War." "Don't," I cut in. "Don't lie to me, Anna." Her face drained. "I know about the hotel," I said, quiet but firm. "I know about him." Her lips parted, but nothing came out. The mask she had worn for weeks cracked wide open. I saw guilt, fear, shame. "You don't understand," she whispered. "No," I snapped. "I understand completely. You made a choice. You planned it. And you were about to walk out this door and lie to my face while you went to him?" Tears welled in her eyes. "It's not what you think." "Then tell me what it is," I demanded. "Tell me why my wife couldn't look me in the eye and say she was done instead of sneaking around in hotel rooms." The silence that followed was unbearable. Then, barely audible, she said, "I don't know why I did it." I laughed bitterly. "That's convenient." We sat at the table with untouched food between us. She tried fumbling for reasons. Loneliness, feeling invisible, saying, "It just happened." But betrayal doesn't just happen. It's deliberate. It's chosen again and again. Every excuse was another stab. "So what was tonight supposed to be?" I asked, voice breaking despite my effort to stay calm. "Your grand escape. A romantic evening while I sat here believing you were with friends?" Her hands shook. I wasn't going to go. "Don't lie to me again," I said coldly. "You were dressed for him before you even walked through the door." Her tears finally broke free. "I made a mistake, Daniel. Please, I didn't want to hurt you. But you did," I said, Holy. The moment you sent that first message, you hurt me. Every night you kissed me goodbye and ran off to plan another lie. You hurt me. She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. Daniel, please. I still love you. I shook my head. No, you don't get to use that word. Not after this. Love doesn't look like betrayal. Love doesn't schedule hotel rooms. The rest of the evening was a blur of tears, begging explanations. She swore nothing physical had happened yet, as if that erased the betrayal carved into every word she'd sent. But in my mind, the damage was already permanent. Trust was gone. The foundation of us was rubble. That night, I packed a bag. She trailed me from room to room. Her sobs raw, her voice broken. Don't leave. We can fix this. I'll end it. I'll do anything. I turned in the doorway, suitcase in hand. You were willing to risk everything for one night with him? I said quietly. And now you want me to believe you'd do anything for us? You ended us the moment you chose him? Her sobs echoed as I closed the door behind me. The first night was agony. A cheap hotel, a thin mattress, me staring at the ceiling, wondering how my life had unraveled into this, how the woman I trusted most could be the one to cut me deepest. But with each day, the fog lifted. Her tears, her promises, her pleas, they all came too late. Because when it mattered, she didn't choose me. People sometimes ask if I regret leaving, if I should have given her another chance. But here's what I learned. When someone shows you what your love is worth to them, you believe it. Anna showed me, and the night I told her, don't lie to me. I know about the hotel, was the night I freed myself because I finally understood. I deserved someone who never needed to be stopped in the first place.